Engineer 775 on site at it's an off-grid job. We love these. Just we're putting in a 20 panel ground mount to get started with a 12K Solarc. You might have got an 8K. I'll have to double check. So we're coming here to, it was going to be DIY, but I think we're taking over. It's got a beautiful spot here in undisclosed locationville, and we're just going to go check it out. Just pounded our posts, and now we're going to trench our pipe in, build the solar array, and this is kind of like showing up to do a site visit at the same time. So we're going to go explore the house and see what we got to do here. Working with Little Engineer 775. He is knocking some holes in our wiring trough, our wireway. We just pulled in some wire. This is a totally off-grid installation we're having fun with. We're going to use some Fortress E-Flex batteries. We're going to mount below here on our block here shortly. Solarc 12K going up, bypass. Hopefully soon we'll be able to run this well pump. But no grid power going to this site. We are going to be putting some of these E-Flex, Fortress E-Flex batteries on here. You can't see them. We're just mounting the brackets right now. And we got the array built. It is so hot here in this northeast Georgia location. It's ridiculously hot and humid today, and we are thankful to be inside. So we got a 20 panel 340 watt Hanwha Q cell. These panels are made in Georgia, so they didn't have to go far. Abraham's land in our wire pull we just made. This is on a Sinclair 20 panel ground mount, driven posts, and so he could double this. He could actually put twice as much power, but this is what we started with. We'll see how he does. It's our standard fare IMO disconnect weatherhead pull box combo, and that's it. You've seen a bunch of these. Man, it's hot out here. Man, you see the size of that chigger? Big chiggers around here. So this is really cool. It's gonna be a really cool spot, off-grid, nice cabin. Probably gonna do some Mr. Cool 2-zone, upstairs, downstairs, and it's gonna be an awesome spot. So our goal today was to rough out this system. About a couple hours from the house, we're just gonna try to get those batteries up and charging, and then we'll come back to finish up, wire up some loads, do some testing, and I think it's about 100 degrees out. So, but it's a really, really cool spot here, middle of nowhere. All right, well, we're done out here, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're done out here.
He does welding gloves because it's so hot.
That's right. Yeah, these are great. Again, we love the IMOs. Hard to get right now, but to transition from our PV wire over to our THHN, and they make all different amp ratings, 30, 25. These are 25 amp 4-pole, and there's 32 amp 2-pole, 4-pole, 16 amp, depending on what you're running. That's it. We ran a little overkill. We ran some 8. It's only 100 feet. But we had to burn up some 8 we had in the shop. And everything's grounded, bonded. Tighten up a few things here before we go. See if we can get some batteries running today. Okay, we're back roughing the system out. We got batteries hooked up and charging. Tried some new combiners like these Blue Sea, much neater than the other battery combiners we were using. Another useful thing for having a wiring trough. And so bypass, solar's coming in. This is a completely off-grid site, so he will have a generator. I'm gonna put a Cummins 13 kilowatt 2-wire start controlled by the generator, and we'll come back and start wiring up that panel, run some loads like a well pump, lights, tools. We're gonna button it up for today. Just want to get these batteries. This was a DIY project, and the customer, like all of us, gets too busy with their own stuff and said, please come finish it up for me. So we ended up taking the solar and not putting it on the roof, but putting it on the ground, and then building this system today. So we did good today. All right, wrapping up day 2 of this off-grid install. Just hung some plywood, used some concrete anchors, got everything locked and loaded, and then added a couple Fortress batteries. Our goal was to get these batteries up and charging today, and we've made our goal, bringing in almost 3.5 kilowatts. Oh, such a glare. And we'll be back to do some more wiring and testing and cleanup. And but we did good, so happy to get to this point. We probably will do communication closed loop with these eFlexes to the Solark when we come back, so we'll get ready for that. And all right, so these are fun. Again, this was a DIY customer that had bought everything in stages and just got busy like we all get busy, and ended up just doing it for him, putting up his ground mount, bringing solar in, building this for him. And this is going to be like a classroom in here, down here, teaching for what he does. And so anyway, happy with it. Another 12K, a couple batteries. He could add a lot more. This is going to be like there's going to be a wall here at this beam. So this whole back wall could be added with batteries, inverters, however else he wants to go. But this should be good. He should be fine with what we put in here for a long time. So we've put about half of the batteries that technically would be needed, but we have also half the solar. So we have about 6,500 watts of solar. We could put another 6,500 watts on, and another couple Fortresses would really make this thing scream. But we're gonna start with this and see how he does. All right, we're wrapping this up. This was kind of a DIY project that turned into a project for us to do. So just completing this today. This is kind of the handoff phase of things. We've got the well pump hooked up, water heater disconnect, which is going to be a heat pump water heater. Got a receptacle here. So we got our AC power, batteries are charging, everything's good. And wrapped up today, everything in the wiring trough, and landing some loads in the panel. The panel's mounted the way I wanted. So the next step here is to actually install that generator, which there has to be some landscaping and dirt work done before I can do it. But I put a power distribution block ready to receive the generator, and it'll split so we can charge batteries, or we can run the whole house off the generator if there's an overusage of the batteries. So, all right, I think we're good. Wish you didn't do such a big, this thing, I haven't done a Franklin subdrive, it's probably pretty cool, but man, 3.6 kilowatts. That's too big of a load in an off-grid system, in my opinion. We never do that. 2 horsepower pump, no way. It's not necessary. I'd go a bigger bladder tank any day. So well company probably talked him into doing this high dollar well pump install, not required, and definitely not a friend to your power system. You know, I usually I do half horse, 3/4 horse. I'm not pulling more than 600 to 700 watts, but that thing's pulling 3,600, crazy. So heat pump water heater will do a good job. Need to dehumidify in here. This is a mud central, man. Hurricane. It's a great place to work today. There were tornado warnings and hurricane came through, so this is a great place to be. Anyway, if you've got any questions or need help on a system, we're helping a lot of people put their systems together because we do it every day. We put systems together, so I can walk you through every connection, fitting, programming, you name it. So, I mean, everybody's is custom, a little bit different on every job, but we've covered enough to cover you. So anyway, thank you for watching all the videos. I'm also shooting this for myself because I got to patch that and remind myself of some just finishing touches, internet connectivity, patching some holes, hooking up the generator, programming that, and that's it. I'm just, and then I probably will come back and network these batteries to the Solark. They are not networked right now. Gets you a little bit more control of that BMS, battery management system, if they are connected through the CAN bus Modbus port. And okay, so there you have it. Engineer 775 signing out.